This is day 3 of me relearning how to draw. Today, I will go late. I felt good though, don't get me wrong. I definitely felt a lot better. I got some good rest. I just wasn't expecting to wake up so much later than I normally do. I thought about making like a proper topic, but because I woke up late, I didn't have time, and so I just kind of freeballed my today's drawing. And again, it's one of those things where it's just like I kind of didn't know where it was gonna go, but that's also alright too. I just kind of went through and just let whatever happened happen. But something about the drawing made me think of a very important topic to me, and that is mistakes. Mistakes are something that a lot of people dread, something that I used to dread a lot. And the reason why I thought about this topic is because as I was drawing, I had ideas for me in my head, and I tried to implement them into my drawing. But then I would make some mistakes throughout. Maybe I drew a little too far past the lines, and I didn't want to do that. Or maybe it was a little too uneven, or something like that. And I just didn't want to erase them. Instead, I embraced them. I embraced the mistakes. I decided to go ahead and instead of erasing them, I incorporated them into the drawing, finding ways to use them to shape the future rather than try to erase the past. And that is something is kind of like a philosophy of sorts for me, that I've had for a very long time. Mistakes happen. It will continue to happen, no matter how much we try to avoid them, no matter how much we dread it. Mistakes will happen, and it will suck a lot of times. And that's okay. I personally don't believe that we need to run from our mistakes. Do I think we need to, be relaxed and let them repeat themselves? No. But I do think that an important thing about mistakes is to not let them control you. We all make mistakes, we all mess up, and that's gonna be a constant whether we're no matter how young or no matter how old we are. But in my opinion, the important thing is to learn from them, to grow, in a way to embrace them. Don't let your mistakes control you. If you spend your entire life fearing making a mistake, you'll crack. You'll pressure yourself. You might even break. I've had my fair share of times where I've wanted to give up because of the mistakes that I've done, because of all of the things that I worried about, and it controlled me. It controlled a lot of my actions. It made me be so safe in life because I was so scared of making mistakes. And that pressure, that fear, all of that made me lose out on a lot of important things throughout my life. And eventually, after a lot of breakdowns, a lot of pain, I realized that dreading mistakes and running from them, hiding from them, will do nothing for me. If anything, it's stunting me. It's preventing me from moving forward, from growing. Instead, what I've come to realize over the years is that I need to use my mistakes to be better, to grow, to change, to mature, not use them to keep me stagnant, to keep me chained up, so to speak, to be imprisoned by my own fears, by my own mind. So that's the philosophy of sorts that I've had for a while. That is to learn from my mistakes, use them. I don't try to dwell on them anymore. That doesn't mean that I'm going to forget about them. That doesn't mean that I'm going to pretend like they never happened. But I'm going to use them as a fuel of sorts to inspire change in me. As for one small example, the drawing that I'm doing right now, or that I did, because technically this recording is after I finished the drawing, is I took the mistakes that I made while drawing and just went with them. Instead of erasing them, I incorporated them. And it turned out a lot differently than I expected, but it wasn't a result that I disliked. In fact, I liked this a lot. I was originally actually going to like draw like a whale or orca or something. That's why in the very beginning I was like trying to draw kind of like almost like a fin, but instead I drew this thingy, which honestly, it was actually a lot of fun once I really started to get into it. Once I started incorporating my mistakes and using them to define the future, to better the future, as opposed to just constantly hiding and worrying about it. And I think that's an important lesson to learn. Again, I want to reiterate, mistakes are going to happen no matter what. It's a part of being human. And while mistakes can be bad, they don't need to always be bad. They don't need to permanently define you. They don't need to permanently be a bad spot on your record, so to speak. You can use your experiences, your regrets, your mistakes to inspire change in yourself, to do better, to be better, to move forward. Don't be scared of making mistakes. If there's anything that I think people should worry about is letting those mistakes prevent you from growing. And I kind of live by that basically every day. I'm not looking to make mistakes, don't get me wrong, but when I do make mistakes, I use it as fuel to do better, to change and to grow, to support my growth, not to hinder it. And if I didn't do that, then, I wouldn't end up with this interesting drawing here of something that I like to call Gumi. Now, a bit of a tangent here. I am someone who likes to think a lot. I actually, at one point, used to think about becoming an author. I actually worked on writing for quite a while, so I love to think. I love to like make ideas and backstories and everything about things. And those kind of thoughts I haven't had for like that much for a while. But while drawing this, while drawing Gumi, it started coming back, and it's led to an interesting result. Gumi here, to talk about it, is actually two creatures. The top part, which is kind of like almost looking like a hat, is like a boomerang creature of sorts that has attached itself to like a slime-like creature. And you can see like with its eyes of sorts. But the boomerang creature is like happy, it's got like the little emoticon eyes that are just like yay, full of glee, and then the slime is kind of just like, what in the world is happening? What is going on? Yeah, I don't know. I just really liked it a lot. It's not too well thought out just yet, but who knows? I really like Gumi. Maybe you'll see more of Gumi in the future. And this thing that I really like, Gumi, that I'm like really happy about to have, wouldn't exist if I didn't embrace my mistakes and use them to help shape the future rather than be locked up in the past. Anyways, that's gonna be it for the next day's drawing. Sundays are gonna be weird. I'm usually very busy on Sundays, so we'll see what ends up happening. I will still do my daily drawing. It's just weekends are a bit more iffy for me, so these videos will come at random times on those days, unfortunately. But yeah, anyways, hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. Time lapse at the end once again. Take care.